Hello guys, this is Small Dev Channel and today we will show you how to use different scratch effects to create really fancy text animation. Are you ready? Let's get started. We start by defining the project name. Let it be animated text. Next step is to choose Stripes backdrop from the Scratch gallery. Now we are going to draw our first letter from the word devs. Let's select the text component and insert letter D. Now we need to improve its style a bit. For that we choose red fill and gray outline. Okay, it's time for the code blocks. We need to place our letters somewhere on the left side of the screen, and for that we use go to XY component. Let's add a new variable called zoom to keep the current size of the letter. Each letter will contain its own individual instance of that variable. We set the initial zoom value to 50. Thanks to that, we will have some space to make it larger. After setting the default direction value, we need to add forever loop. This is where the main magic will happen. Our goal is to respond to mouse hover, so we need to use one of the sensing components called touching. If we touch the letter, we want to increase the zoom value by 2, and we want to repeat this process until the value reaches 100. Again, we use setSize component for that. If we don't touch the letter, in example, we move the cursor out of it, we want to decrease the zoom value until it reaches 50. This means that we restore the letter size to the default value. Let's try it out. Letter D is too small, so we need to make it a bit bigger. Now it should be fine. To make the letter E, we can just duplicate this sprite. This will clone the costume and all the code blocks we moved. Now let's change the color of E letter and fix the position on the screen. The plan for letter E is to make it bigger, exactly like D, but the new trick is to rotate it a little to the right. When we move the cursor out of it, we will rotate it left to the default position. Let's click the green flag and check if E behaves as expected. Okay, looks brilliant. Now it's time for letter V. We repeat the same steps to clone the previous sprite and to change the color. This time we choose yellow color. Again, we fix the position on the screen. This letter will have a color changing effect, which means we will try to change its color as we zoom in and out. For this, we need to use change color effect by component. Let's put 10 there and -10 in else block to revert it. Now it's time for the disco. Our V letter looks really impressive. The last part of the show is the letter S, for which we will choose a nice blue color. Now let's do something absolutely crazy. We will choose the whirl effect to get something outstanding. Let's run the app and check the final result. It looks really awesome. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you for today and see you later.